What's going on, guys? I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in today's video, I am in here for my WWE Elimination Chamber 2013 pay-per-view predictions and as well my preview, giving you guys my thoughts and opinions overall on who I want to win with the match outcomes and everything. And this is the final pay-per-view going in before WrestleMania 29, and I've been really pumped up and excited for this pay-per-view. I hope I can say by the end of the night it will actually be that good of a pay-per-view, which it is shaping up to be, and hopefully we'll see what happens by the end of Sunday night. So I'm going to start things off right away. Off the bat here, we got the Divas Championship on the line. We got Kaitlyn and Tamina. Don't really care all that much about this match. So to me, I think Kaitlyn's going to be the one to be able to retain the Divas Championship and probably either face Tamina at WrestleMania or maybe AJ Lee, which I think that would be fucking awesome to see there. That's just me, so only time will tell what will actually be happening between those two, and as well with Kaitlyn and Tamina, and as well with Kaitlyn and AJ. So, you know, those are just some of the possibilities that could be happening there for the Divas Championship going into WrestleMania. But as far as Elimination Chamber is concerned, between the two of Kaitlyn and Tamina, I do see Kaitlyn coming out with the win. Oh, right there. Now, with the next match that has a high chance of happening for the Intercontinental Championship matchup, which I do see happening for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view between Bo Dallas and as well Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental Championship matchup. Now, with this, I don't really see Bo Dallas coming out with the win, since basically he just was able to be a part of the main roster for the WWE, which I think is really awesome there. And I practically know what Bo Dallas is all about ever since his NXT matches and everything like that. So now he's basically getting the chance to be able to face Wade Barrett again. And I think this will be an interesting matchup to see these two for the Intercontinental Championship. But I do see Wade Barrett coming out with a win here, and then maybe Bo Dallas getting his chance later on down the road. And this is basically going to be their tune-up match and their comeback match since the Royal Rumble matchup too as well. So I would expect that match to be happening. That's all I got to say about that. Then in another match, which I'm pretty sure also has a high chance of happening for the United States Championship matchup, we got The Miz and Antonio Cesaro. I think this is going to be a good match, much like their last match for the pre-show match for the Royal Rumble. I thought that match was fine. I really enjoyed that, and I really don't know who the fuck is going to be able to stop Antonio Cesaro for the United States title. The Miz can very well be the one to do that and actually get his win here and have his feud and program actually end at the Elimination Chamber, and I think that will most likely be happening there, even though I do have Antonio Cesaro basically as my main pick here. So that's actually who I'm going to be going with, Antonio Cesaro getting the win. If The Miz wins, you know, I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. So that's my final pick and prediction there for that match. Then we get into the 6-man tag team match between John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus, with them going against the Shield. Now with this, I expect this to be a great tag team match. I've been hearing rumors about this one probably being a War Games type of style match. I don't really see that happening. I think it's basically going to be like the matchup at TLC between with Daniel Bryan, Kane, and as well, and with Ryback being in the mix. And the Shield doesn't really wrestle all that much. I would expect them to come out with the win here, and I don't really see them disbanding all that much at all. I think it would be nice to see them continue to be dominant even beyond WrestleMania. I think that would be really cool, since I kind of see them being that group, basically like the Evolution group, and not so much of the Nexus. And I've been really enjoying this stable as of late. I feel like the Shield really needs to win here, even though if John Cena, Ryback, and Sheamus somehow get the win, I wouldn't be surprised about that whatsoever. But the Shield, to me, definitely needs that win going for Elimination Chamber, and basically having it be just the regular 6-man tag team match there. So there you have it with that match. So that should be a fucking pretty awesome match, to say the least there. Then we got the Elimination Chamber match. This is the number one contenders match, where we have the returning Mark Henry and as well the returning Jack Swagger, which is pretty cool. I don't really think those two are really going to be winning. I kind of a little bit see Mark Henry getting the win here, just a little bit, not all that much. I think that would be really cool to have Mark Henry get a win, even though that has a low chance of happening. So he is one of my main picks to actually win it all. Also, Chris Jericho, definitely, I think he's definitely going to be the guy to win it here at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I think he definitely does deserve that win. Daniel Bryan, I think that would be really cool if he does get the win back-to-back. I don't really see it all that happening all that much, but, you know, it could happen either way. I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. I think that would be fucking awesome there. Kane, I think he does deserve a world title matchup definitely sometime again down the road, but happening at WrestleMania may not really happen all that much. Randy Orton probably will be, you know, kind of be the one to win it, but I doubt it. So I don't really see that happening, even though that would be pretty interesting there. So overall, I do see Chris Jericho as my main pick, winning the Elimination Chamber, moving on to WrestleMania, and probably having his rematch against Dolph Ziggler, which I think would be fucking awesome. So it's really either towards Chris Jericho, Mark Henry, and Daniel Bryan. The rest probably won't really be able to have their chance just yet, but later on in 2013, I think that has a high chance of happening there. But definitely Chris Jericho is definitely my main pick there. That's all I gotta say about that. Then we get into the World Heavyweight Championship matchup between Alberto Del Rio and The Big Show. I have been enjoying that program too as of late, and with me, I think Alberto Del Rio will definitely be getting his win, and there is a chance for Dolph Ziggler getting his win as well and becoming world champion at Elimination Chamber. At the same time, I don't really see that too either happening, but at the same time, I think that would be really a good time for Dolph Ziggler to get his win there and probably be able to be the one to defeat Alberto Del Rio, so that has a high chance of happening. But overall, Dolph Ziggler probably will be waiting until WrestleMania or maybe for a Raw SmackDown. But in the end, I do see Alberto Del Rio getting his World Championship win over The Big Show, and that's who I have winning it there overall. Alright, so now we get into the main event for the WWE Championship between The Rock and CM Punk. This is The Rock and CM Punk 2. Now with this is definitely going to be a really awesome match, and I did enjoy the last encounter, so this encounter could probably maybe be that much more better, or probably just as good as the last one. And now with this one, and there has been a lot of rumors too with this, kind of for the most part, about Paul Heyman probably going against CM Punk, which I don't really think that's going to happen or not. I don't really see it. It doesn't really make that much sense anyway to begin with Paul Heyman just leaving CM Punk like that after CM Punk just stopped him on resigning with the WWE, which even with that, I didn't really think he was going to be able to be that gone completely and for that long anyway from the WWE. Now with this one, with this matchup for the WWE title, we do have a stipulation here. Now if The Rock is counted out or disqualified, CM Punk automatically wins the WWE title. And I don't really see all that much the Shield getting involved in this match, even though they could very well get involved again, especially with their matchup at Elimination Chamber 2 with the 6-man tag that I mentioned earlier. So now with this, getting into this match, it's definitely going to be just flat out CM Punk and The Rock going back to back. And even though the fan in me does really want The Rock to win and retain, to have him be the one to keep his WWE title, I think that would be really cool. But also at the same time, since basically CM Punk got the last laugh, and I really do think that CM Punk probably might even come out with a win. I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. I think that would be fine there. And to have CM Punk get the WWE Championship back and be champion going into WrestleMania, I wouldn't be against that whatsoever. So actually for this time around, I do actually want to see CM Punk get the win here, even though I think it would be fun for The Rock to actually get his win and have his proper championship title run too going into WrestleMania and everything. So with me, just the way how things were playing out, it seems like CM Punk will be walking away WWE champion, which I think that would be completely fine, and I would be fine with that overall. So there you have it there, and that's basically it for Elimination Chamber 2013. How do you guys feel about it overall with the matches and everything? Who do you want to win with your predictions and picks? Be sure to leave them down below in the comment box, and as well, go follow me on Twitter at DavidRivera1889. And I do want to thank you guys too as well for sending me some questions along with my TNA experience. Hopefully I basically answered them the best I could, and hopefully you guys will enjoy your time too at the house show or the TV tapings, whichever you guys decide to do. So have a good time there, and I will enjoy myself too for Elimination Chamber. I will be back definitely for my review, so be on the lookout for that. That's going to be really fun there, and until then, I'll catch you guys for the review and the next video. See you guys. Peace.